This is my project. I made it on Replit, and it is basically a mental math test. So it will ask you 5 questions, and I've added 3 types of questions: multiplication, addition, and subtraction. And it will ask you these questions 5 times, but they will all be asked randomly. So like I haven't specified in which order, and each time you run the project, it will be different. So this is the code, and I've imported random this function my father told me about. So it is for just clearing the screen and to make so you can the output can be more seen more clearly and understood better. Uh, says uh, so this in the code I first I've also added a few just lines just to make it a little more visually appealing. First, I just printed, the title, Mental Masters by Khadija, and then the instructions. Then I use the variable name so that whoever is using the project can like enter the name and then it will repeat it. And then I've placed instructions, and then uh, so I used then I added a for loop, and I created these variables for random. The upper limit is for the numbers in the question, it will be 101, and the lower limit is 1. The total questions is equals to 5. So instead of writing like in the loop like 5, I just created this variable so that uh, it just means that the question will be repeated 5 times. Then created the variables x and y, and added and specified their lower limits and upper limits. And now I created this operation. It is also a random range, and its limit is 1 to 4. Uh, so if sorry, it is actually 1, 2, 3, but I've added one another number, so will be 3. So if the operation is like 1, the computer will print this a multiplication question, and if it is 2 or 3, it'll either be addition or subtraction. And then I've created a variable called answer actual. So each time the question is printed, the actual answer will be x multiplied by y. And I've done it for all of these. The answer then after each of this question will be like the I've created variable answer user, and it'll ask you what your answer is. And then after I've given whoever is using the project has given the answer, it'll give you the actual answer, and it'll tell you how much your if you were correct or not. It doesn't exactly tell you if you're correct or not. So like even if you give it like if the answer is like 40, and if you just still give it 39 or 41, it'll still give you like a percentage sort of score. So so this is percentage code, and it'll tell you the actual answer and how much by so like I told you, like if the actual answer is 40 and you give the answer, let's say 42, so it'll tell you that you were off by 2, and it'll calculate how your error percentage error was. If like the answer is completely correct, it'll just give you like over here it is, you were off by 0 and your error was 0.0%. And I also modified, like, so sometimes I had some when I was making the project, was problems coming that it gave the error in minus percentages, and so it sort of distorted it. So if this difference, so difference is that the actual answer is minus from the answer the user gave, and this difference will be given in float. So I've specified the data type here. So every time if difference is like less than 0, so the computer does that, the difference will be multiplied by -1. If the difference is less than 0, and if the actual answer is less than 0, it'll also be the actual answer will be also be multiplied by -1, so that the difference is not minus called bug error. So it basically it calculates your error percentage. It takes the difference variable and the answer actual variable, and it divides them and multiplies by 100. So and then it'll tell you that your error was error mean percentage error, and just adds percentage. Uh, Then there's the variable overall score. So the it's not just the score; it just calculates your after the 5 questions that are it will calculate your average. At the start of the project, it is the overall score is 0. But as I moved on with the project and code, the overall score uh, is added with the per error, and then in the end the plus the per error overall score is divided by 4, and we get the average, average error. Then according to that average overall score or average error, it will print a statement. So if like the overall score or like error is 10 or less than 10, it'll just say congratulations, you are a real math wizard. If it is equal to 30 or less equal to but or less than 30, it will give you nice effort, but you need to better. But if it is greater than 30, it will print you really need to review grade 3 math lessons. So shall I run the project?
Yes, go ahead. And also, you can go to the invite part of this project as well, add my user ID so that I can also possibly run it over here as well.
Okay, where do I have the invite? Where do I find invite?
You have like your account. Yes, that's just on the right of that. You have the invite button.
Here?
Let me just annotate it. This is where you have the invite button. And search for my username. My username is SHUJAUL.
SHUJA
UL.
UL?
L. Yes, this first one.
Okay.
Click and invite. Okay, now you can run it as well, and I'll also be able to later take a look at it on my account.
Yes, sir. So it'll just then it'll say name. These are the instructions. And I just added these lines just for the visual effects, right? And so this. So the first question is a subtraction. These questions can repeat. They're just chosen randomly. So subtract 73 from 16. So I'll just add like randomly just like 60. So the answer, so I'll get a bit, it's 16 from 70, meaning 16 minus 73. So that answer is minus 57. And it's like given us the, like how much you were off by and my error percentage. Now it's, so let's say I'll do 550. See, the actual answer is 550. So it said you were off by the 0%. So it'll just continue like this 5 times. So and now we have addition. So this and then was I think this is the last one. Okay, so now it is calculated. It has taken every error, and the overall score, like I said before, was this variable. It was 0. When as we moved on, it's like the percentage error of each one, and then every time it added a percentage error. Now it's divided it all by 4, and we get the final error. So and then it just prints a statement based on that. So this is the project.
All right. So I think there could be a few additions into it regarding the subtraction related question. And the error percentage part is also pretty good, though the representation of that error percentage, that could be a little bit better, that if the error is 67.099567%, then it does not need to go to like so many decimal places. Maybe just like 2 decimal points after the like 67.09%, that would be good enough. So that representation could be a little bit better. So Khadija, can you like give me an idea, what was your initial thought? What did you want to make? How did you arrive at this project?
Uh, I originally want to like make a quiz or something. So my dad like gave me this idea like I could make a mental math quiz. So I just wanted to like the user just the answers and the computer like calculate like how much potential does he have for mental math. So it didn't calculated purely based on like if the answer was correct or wrong, but like how accurate his answers are or how close his answers are. So based on accuracy. So it's sort of like this.
Were you able to find any similar projects out there, maybe on YouTube, somebody else that done something like this? Were you able to get any
Uh,
more help from somebody else?
no, I didn't really do any research or looked at other projects. My dad helped me a little, but I mostly did this stuff myself.
Okay, all right. And how do you think like you can further add anything to it? Is there any idea in mind, like what would be the next stage of this project?
Well, I could like add like more like a bit advanced questions like division and like sort of uh bit math or like multiple question subtraction and multiplication or stuff like that. And yeah, like you said, I need to edit this error one, the decimals one, and maybe make it a bit more precise, less numbers, so the people can more easily understand. And yeah, add a bit more advanced questions, and I think I might try making like not just mental math, like simple like like general knowledge quiz or something like that.
All right. And after the course, is there any idea how you can maybe improve your programming knowledge a little further? How do you think you can do that by yourself?
I can I suppose I can find tutorials, and there's a lot of stuff on the internet and YouTube, so I can find tutorials and just work on it on my own, and maybe look for other applications too, other than repetitive processing.
Yep. Okay. So yes, that's about it. जो आप क्विज का रिजल्ट है वो एज आई सेड कि आपकी ईमेल के ऊपर आ जाएगा एंड वी have your project presentation as well. So really job well done. And yeah, that's where we're ending your presentation slot, and I'll see you later.
Sir, when will the result arrive?